Hello, beautiful people. I don't know how many of you will be here. I'm sorry I'm doing this live just like this. I just wanted to talk to you about some things. Um, and I hope at least two or three of you can join me. If not, you can always rewatch this live later on. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Thanks for being here. But I thought I'd talk about some things because I am so angry about so many things right now. But I'm going to try to sound polite about it. So, yes, I wanted to talk about a few things. Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming. Those two of you who are watching me, thank you very much. Please do talk and leave your comments and messages. Don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow, share, and like. So, yes, here we go. I am so, if any of you can tell me, hello, calling Luis, hello, if any of you can tell me, um, we're going to talk a little bit about, many of you have asked me about the timing of Invictus being released on August 30th. Okay. I don't know if you know, Invictus Games Dusseldorf, which is run by Harry and Meghan, have blocked me. They have. I don't know why. I didn't even know they existed. I actually always go to, I don't know if you can see it. I actually left it on my thing. I am blocked, but that's fine. So, hello, everybody. Thanks. Hello. Yes, city's asleep here. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like the live. Please subscribe. It's free. You can join the channel. But thanks for those who have bought the cup and the shirts. That really helps the school. Thank you very much for that. Hello. Invictus Games Dusseldorf has blocked me because I don't know why. I didn't even know they existed. I know that I thought that only Invictus Games Foundation existed. Now, I want to ask you, we're going to talk a little bit about the timing of this all because it's missing everything. I'm sick and tired that Harry and Meghan use Princess Diana for everything. The Meghan Markle apparently did Harry on July 1st, 2016. And then they registered the Sussex Royal Foundation on July 1st, 2019. And they always release major things around at the end of August when Princess Diana died. I just want to make sure I get this right because I don't want to be talking I don't want to be talking crap. Okay. Princess Diana died in the early hours of August 31st because her accident happened on August 30th. And then, a few hours later, she was declared dead on August 31st. So, and we know that our beloved Queen's first year anniversary is death is September 8th, 2000. Hola de Costa Rica. Hello. Thank you, beautiful people, for joining. Thanks so much. Don't forget to like, please subscribe to the channel, share, watch my videos. I'm sorry I'm doing this improv live, but I'm just so angry because, the Queen's first year anniversary is September 8th. And Invictus Games Foundation, who are a shameless organization, to me, they're shameless. They have chosen September 9 to have Harry and Meghan Markle here. Now, from the clip that they're releasing it on August 30th, which is when Princess Diana's accident actually happened, and she died in the early hours the next day, right? So and Meghan Markle is coming. She made the announcement on August 2nd, in spite of the fact that the Invictus Games Foundation didn't make an announcement that she was coming, but she made a point that Vanity Fair, page 6, everybody announced that she was coming. Because even the Invictus Games Foundation has to be all about her because she knows that the press is going to be talking about the Queen's achievements, the Queen's legacies. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, thanks for the super chats. Click the like button, everything. They know that the news are going to be dominating and talking about the achievements of her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth, right? So no, it's got to be about her. Even the Invictus Games Foundation, in spite of the fact that they didn't announce it, because if you go to their site, you will see on Twitter, they have from July 26th and they jump to August 6th. There's nothing in between. They didn't pick on the Meghan Markle's and all the articles about her coming on August 2nd, right? So they want to hijack that week about, and it's going to be about Meghan Markle hijacking it, and Harry. They want people to talk about Netflix thing and how terrible it is, because it's going to be terrible. This is not about charity. If any of you can tell me how much Harry is going to give to the Invictus Games Foundation, if all the proceeds from that show are going to the Invictus Games Foundation. Can anybody please confirm that to me? Because that's usually what the Royal Foundation does. Are all the proceeds from that Netflix thing going to the veterans? Because they're only following, from what I understood, 4 or 5 of the veterans, right? Who I'm sure got paid. I am pretty sure that all that money goes to Harry and Meghan. So I hope none of you watch it. I hope none of you watch it. I find that incredibly disgusting. It's and people still wonder if there's any decency about Harry and Meghan Markle. There's no decency at all. And Meghan Markle doesn't even allow the Invictus Games to be about the Invictus Games, the veterans, and Harry or anybody else, because she wants to come along. So it's all about her. So we're going to be wondering, people are going to be wondering, oh, what is she going to wear? What is this going to be? What happened in August? No, it's all about that, because she wants to be grabbing. She's a headline whore. She is. Okay. And yes, and the Invictus Games Foundation, they're shameless. They are shameless, because there's one thing about supporting versus exploiting. Harry and Meghan are not supporting Archwell or the veteran. They're not supporting Invictus Foundation. And I know what they've said. Oh, COVID hit us hard, and this is why we couldn't do anything. Have we forgotten Captain Tom? Any of you beautiful people remember Captain Tom? For my U.S. people, do you know who Captain Tom is? This is a war veteran. I think he was like 90 some years of age, who during COVID started to walk around his garden to raise funds. So every lap he did, he would get funds donated. I think he managed to raise over 40 million pounds that went to the NHS. Okay. This is an elderly man, a war veteran, who in the back garden of his home managed to raise 40 million pounds. Are you telling me that Harry and Meghan couldn't do that? How long have they been away from the royal family? They've had three years to do something selfless for Invictus, the NHS, to raise funds for them, not through Archwell, but to say, you know what? We're going to donate our time. We're going to do a walkathon. Please pay me to walk. Harry could have said, the same thing as Captain Tom. We have like Oprah. She wasn't allowed to bring her camera crews with CBS or whatever it is that she was, but she knew that BBC was there. I can guarantee you that she did a major stink about that. So because she knew that there were some cameras in there, she immediately ran to the nearest store and came with pillows, shampoo, and diapers, and made sure that she was being there, and she was photographed and video handing out pillows, while all the time thinking how much she's going to bid now for the land, because she's trying to purchase that part of land that got burnt, and she's been refused. I can guarantee you that she's thinking that now that whole thing is burnt, she's going to buy it cheap, which is why you don't see her pledging, saying, you know what, I'm going to give, I'm going to help, I'm going to finance 40 homes to rebuild the town or the towns or anything like that. We have Joe Biden demanding $20 billion more for Ukraine, while granting $700 to these people. Are we serious? I don't care if you're a Democrat here. Are you seriously telling me that that's not disgusting? So you're seriously telling me that in 3 years, Harry and Meghan have not been able to selflessly say, you know what, Meghan, for example, to say, you know what, guys, I'm going to run through LA, and every kilometer I run, you should pledge so much money or X amount of money to this organization to raise funds for these people. No, they haven't done it. Just like Captain Tom did. Remember that little kid in the UK who, I think he has prosthetic legs, the little kid? I think he managed to raise about 2 million pounds. They haven't done that. COVID hasn't stopped people from helping, anybody who needs help. If you're creative about it. As I said, we have wonder, if anything, it showed the kind of people they are for that, who are actually doing something for the good of people. So what Harry and Meghan are doing are basically, Harry keeps exploiting, and this is not on Meghan now. All of you Harry defenders, this is on Harry now, because he's exploiting his mother's death. August 30th. Yes, that's the day. That's the date that Princess Diana's car crashed, because her accident happened a little bit before midnight, and she died in the early hours of the 31st. But her accident happened on the 30th. And Harry knows that by releasing it on that date, he could have released that at the end of September. No, because they want the headlines not to be about the Queen, whose legacy they have trashed and done horrible things to. Meghan Markle falsely claiming that the Queen was racist. That's absolutely. Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for being here. Please don't forget to like. Now that you're here and you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to give a super chat, that's more than welcome. All of that goes to my school. Unlike Harry, I actually do help people. Let me see. Honesty and truth. Dada, didn't Captain Tom's daughter build a spa in her garden? I don't care what she has done. I'm talking right now about what Captain Tom did during COVID to help others. And all the money he raised went to those people. I don't care if the daughter is exploiting, because what people don't understand is that he didn't get the money. The money raised went to this organization. Okay, he didn't get any money. He said, if you do this, donate to these people, and the money went to them. Whether the daughter now is using his name to make a business, that's besides the point, and that's not what we're talking about here. Hello, Jerrietta. Hello, everybody. Captain Tom, Jerrietta, was a very thank you, Myra Lockhart, for your kind thing. Captain Tom was this amazing veteran. He's very elderly. He was like 90 years of age, a little bit over 90 years of age. He was a UK veteran. And during COVID, he said, I'm going to start doing laps with my walker. He had a walker to walk. That's, this is because he wanted to help his country. This is why I said, when you really want to help, you do it. So with his walker, he started walking around his back garden to raise funds. So he would say, for please donate for I will keep walking. So you keep donating. Okay. So basically he thought he would raise like a couple of £1,000 or something. He ended up raising millions. And all of that went to the NHS to help the NHS, system and stuff like that. So, and he did that. And a man over 94, 95 years of age, I think he died at 98 or something like that. He did. An elderly man with a walker, walking around his garden in the back, saying, if you donate, I'll keep walking. So he kept walking, and people donated millions and millions. And then we have a little kid, I can't remember his name. If beautiful people, you can look it up there, who had no legs or had problems, or he lost his legs or something like that. He had prosthetic legs. He started walking also to raise money for for people in HS and stuff like that. And he raised 100,000 or something like that. People who want to help, they do it. What have Harry and Meghan done selflessly to help the Invictus people, the veterans? What have they done? I didn't see Harry saying, you know what, I'm going to do a trek through LA but donate money to the veterans things. No, none of that. None of that. It's been very disgusting, all of that. So for those of you, this is why they're doing it. I've seen it. I received so many emails. You know how Harry, no, how Harry doesn't know. No, Harry knows. Harry knows. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting that the Invictus Games Foundation is lending themselves for this exploitation, because instead of giving Harry money or making sure Harry makes money exploiting these veterans, because he is exploiting, in my humble opinion, these veterans. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, I'm sorry, but to me it's disgusting. And maybe that's why they blocked me. But the Invictus Games Foundation didn't block me. It's Invictus Games Dusseldorf, the one that Harry and Meghan run. They blocked me. So we have Oprah, just like Meghan, who got on a plane to Uvalde to take pictures of those crosses. Remember that? I did a video about that. Please go watch it. Oprah, Meghan, and Harry are three vultures. That they are three bloody vultures. They are. That's what they are. Okay. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And that the press is not calling it. And then I'm starting to see these negative things, how the Queen told Kate off. That's absolute BS. And that the Daily Fail is lending themselves for that. And US, the president, shame on you, you disgusting man, lobbying to get Ukraine, from where you got a lot of money, $20 billion, and you want to give the residents of this horrific fire $700? Does Oprah think that people need pillows there? These people can't sleep. I can tell you, when you go through tragedy like that, you can't sleep. You need to feel, you know what, shit, my life is falling apart. I lost everything. They need to know that they're going to have a home that they're going to help them. They're building homes. Do you think you can bury your loved one with $700? Jaretta Archer, I don't know why they blocked you. You're not a bully. Oh my goodness. Okay. So thank you guys very much for coming here. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like. And I wanted to, so for those of you who are wondering, because Harry and Meghan make it look like, with the word salad, by omission or by misleading people, that as though, they're given millions. Yes, it is called, but this is at the end of the day for money, for them to fill their pockets with money. Meghan Markle invited herself to the Invictus Foundation thing because she knows that that's the week where the press is going to be focusing on the Queen, and she can't let the Queen have her. Hello, Melissa Crawford. Thanks for being a beautiful fan. Thank you very, very much. And any of you guys, thanks for donating. Thanks for the super chats. I really appreciate that. Please like the chat, and thanks for joining. This is a woman who went from the steps of Windsor Chapel, a chapel steep in religion, that charade of a marriage witnessed by the Queen of England, to pacing back and forth in a back alley of her dentist's garage, because that's where she was. It wasn't really a public space. It was a little alley. So the people who were photographing her had to know that she was coming there. Okay. And yes, so please don't. And so the Invictus Games Foundation is a ripoff from the Warrior Games. During my investigation and stuff like that, I found out that there's already an Invictus Foundation, which was founded in 2010 by the Kennedys. I think it's Robert F. Kennedy. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, exactly, Jaretta. So so basically Harry was plagiarizing, or Buckingham Palace was plagiarizing of something that was already there. If you go to Twitter and you go to Invictus Foundation, you will see the American Invictus Foundation about the veterans and stuff like that. So what the Buckingham Palace did, they just added Invictus Games Foundation. Okay, so all the money that Netflix is going to make with that thing, please, if somebody, please email me where it says, where Harry has said how much of that money is going to go to the actual veterans to help them with prosthetics, to help them get their lives back. I wonder if Harry's going to pay back Prince William the £1 million he put in the Invictus Games Foundation because he failed to give the money he was given by the Royal Foundation when he faked set up that Sussex Royal. And then he claims that most of the money received went to dissolving Sussex Foundation and doing Travelist, because some of that money, from what I understand, allegedly went to Travelist, which is not a charitable foundation. So yes. And for those of you beautiful people, we do go through a lot of censorship. I know many of you get frustrated with me and say, oh, well, why don't you? Because there's a lot of censorship. We're walking, basically, we're walking on eggshells here. So yes, where is the pledge? I am Googling right now. How much money? I'm going to do it right now. How much money will go? Here, if you can do it with me, do it. Money will go to Invictus from Netflix show. I'm Googling here. No answer. No answer. The reason, Colleen Louise, too bad William isn't in charge of the Invictus Games today now. No, the reason why they did that is because they basically threw Harry a bone. And this is what people don't understand. This is what people don't understand. That it was the Royal Foundation who created Invictus Games, who funded it. It was part of the Royal Foundation. They just decided to put Harry as the figurehead. But when they dissolved it, they decided, okay, you keep that, to give him something to do. And what has he done with it? He's exploiting it. Again, there's difference between support and exploit. Okay. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Britney Spears, because I am absolutely shocked at this. This woman has been talking about exploitation. Britney Spears has been exploited since a child by her family. She has been their workhorse, the breadwinner of all those shameless people. Her mother, her father, her sister, Kevin Federline, now her 2 grown boys who should know better. Shame on you. Shame on you. You have your mother who's provided for your life, the kind of life you've led of luxury. I mean, she was put in a conservatorship that basically her father was caught putting cameras in her bedroom. And now this skank of a man goes and says that unless Britney Spears renegotiates the how do you call it, the prenuptial agreement, he's gonna basically show embarrassing information about her. Isn't that illegal? Isn't that illegal? Isn't that illegal? That's extortion. Savannah Fields, you say 40% of the fees go to Invictus Games. Where does it say that? The fees of what? The fees of what? If you can send me that link, I will. You know what? Now you made me curious. 40% of profits go to Invictus Games. Profits, you say, go to Invictus Games. Nothing comes up here. It says, let's hope that Meghan gives Prince Harry's charity a boost when she flies to Dusseldorf with him next week for launch, because for newly released figures disclosed that the Invictus Games Foundation income fell last year because Harry has not been donating money to them. He hasn't been raising any funds. Okay, so can you imagine, guys? I am absolutely flabbergasted that this Sam guy, Britney Spears' soon-to-be ex-husband, is not being questioned by the police for extortion. I don't understand why this man. Can you imagine Britney Spears? I'm Team Britney all the way. This woman has been exploited, was kept under medication. It was worse than any of us can understand. Can you imagine having a camera from your father watching your and the most intimate of your privacy in the bathroom? Can you imagine that? I mean, I am absolutely disgusted by it. And that this man who's a skank, this man is a skank. That's called extortion. That's illegal. This shouldn't even be a matter for the civil courts. This should be a matter for the police to intercede, because that's called extortion, blackmail. If you don't give me money or renegotiate the terms of the prenuptial agreement, I'm going to expose stuff about you. That's plain extortion, blackmail. You're assuming fly spotter. You're assuming the story about her husband is true. You know what? The sources that are coming out and the sources I heard from, it seems to be true. You know, it's pretty terrible. It's not good because under the prenup, he doesn't get any money. And this is why he's now accusing her of cheating. Are you telling me that he's really going to be this is something that, to me, this is something he had planned, and he was waiting for something to accuse her of, for him to get out in order to get money out of her. So now he's accusing her of cheating. This is a woman who never leaves home, who's under constant supervision, whether she likes it or not. You know? So can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being Britney Spears, not knowing you can trust your own mother, your father, your sister? I can relate. I can relate. I mean, I'm not Britney Spears, clearly, but I can relate to being betrayed by the people closest to you and who should be your allies. And now we have this skanky man, 29 years of age, accusing her of cheating on him. Are you telling me that as a couple, they couldn't look and work past it? And Linda Glass, you say she's very vulnerable and people are taking advantage of her. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. You know, this Sam guy is just like Meghan Markle. They're disgusting. And Harry has it coming when Meghan divorces his ass. She's already putting stories out there that, he should move. He's stuck in the past. She's going to make Invictus Games all about her parade. And I don't understand why Invictus Games Foundation is allowing this, because Harry's releasing this right before the visit on the week that the Queen died. In order to, they won't let go. They won't let go. And so you know something, guys, because I'm going to read you this directly from the current Regency Act. Okay? I'm going to read you this directly from the current Regency Act. So we are in the same page. I want you to understand something. Harry, it's that fly spotters say, I worry that the Phillies in Hollywood are trying to isolate Britney again so they can have her. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I'm going to read you something about Prince Harry. I want you to understand something. I'm doing a video about it. The difference between domicile and residence and why it matters when it comes to Prince Harry. Okay? Are you ready for this? I'm going here. Ready? Pay attention. This is the Regency Act. Are you listening to me? This is the Regency Act right now. This is an act of parliament, correct? As of 2023, under the provisions of the Regency Act in force, William, Prince of Wales, would become regent in the event of the incapacity of his father, King Charles III. As of 2023, the first person under the age of 18 in the line of succession to the throne is William's eldest child and elder son, Prince George of Wales, who is second in line to the throne after his father. Are you with me right now? If the prince were to succeed to the throne before Prince George, if anything happens to Prince William, let's say King Charles dies and Prince William dies also, knock on wood. If Prince George were to succeed to the throne before his 18th birthday on July 22nd, 2031, that's when Prince George turns 18, his uncle, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, the king's younger son, would serve as regent if domiciled in the United Kingdom as required by the 1937 Act. As George's younger siblings, Charlotte and Louis, currently third and fourth in line respectively, would also be minors. In the event that Prince Harry would be unable to serve as regent, a possibility since his 2019 decision to take up residence in the United States, the next in line would be the king's brother, Prince Andrew. Okay? This is the current. Now, you're saying, but he doesn't live in the United States, in the United Kingdom. Irrelevant. Domicile, you can be a resident in many places, but you can only have one domicile. And the domicile is usually originated because his domicile is the United Kingdom's. His parents, because that's his place of birth, that's his domicile. And in order for you to change domicile, it's actually a court proceeding. You have to write a letter and the HM, let me see, because I'm doing a video about that so you can understand the seriousness of this all. Okay? It matters for taxes as well, and is a governing body. He has to go to court, and basically the courts in the United Kingdom have to say you're no longer domiciled in the United Kingdom. So, and we have Harry and the royal website where it's stated that he's still honoring his duty to the monarch, and he's still sharing his time between the United States and the United Kingdom. And quinto, he's not domiciled at the UK anymore. He has no home in the UK. He does not have an address in the UK. Harry pays taxes in the US. You're wrong in all accounts. You do not need to have a home and to be domiciled there. You're not getting my point. Having a home is just part of it. His parents or his father is domicile in the United Kingdom. His place of birth is the United Kingdom. His domicile is there. And the only way that you can refuse that, it's called domicile of origin. An individual's domicile of origin is determined by the domicile of their father at the time of their birth. Where was Harry? Where was his father's domiciled? UK. Okay, so how do you define UK domicile? In the UK, an individual is considered to be domiciled if they have their permanent home in the UK, or if the UK is the country to which they have the closest ties. Domicile is a legal concept, and it is distinct from other terms such as residency or citizenship. Harry has declared always that the UK will always be his home. His father is domiciled in the United Kingdom, and this is why he's still considered a counselor of state. Okay? The only way that Harry can, and it's really hard to give up domicile. Did you know that? I thought it would be easy, but it's actually really, really hard to give up domicile. It's really hard. The final determination of an individual's domicile status is typically made by the courts. The courts will consider a variety of factors, included those considered by His Majesty, RC. RC are their initials for their courts, royal courts. when making a determination of an individual's domicile status. A decision on domicile is typically made during the probate process, which is the legal process of administering deceased person's estate or people who want to renounce her domicile status in the United Kingdom. Okay? Are we getting that now? Are we getting that now? Are you understanding that why I go on? People don't read for some reason. And this is right now. If anything happens to Charles and anything happens to William, and Prince George is not 18 years of age, by law, according to the Regency's Act, it's the next regent would be Harry until George reaches. And Chancellor of State is different than regent. A regent makes all the decisions for them, for their underage monarch. Isn't that beautiful? Princess Anne will not be the regent. That's now the Regency. People, you're not listening, are you? Siri's sleeping. The Regency's Act states very clearly that is the next person in the line of succession that will be the regent over 21 years of age. This counselors of state is different. The king, instead of removing Harry from the as counselor of state, because, and this is another beautiful little bit that you should know, Harry should not be considered counselor of state because he's not residing in the United Kingdom. And I'm making a difference here because in order to be considered or included as counselor of state, you do need to be residing in the United Kingdom, regardless whether you're domiciled there or not. Do you understand that? I know it's very confusing. To be counselor of state, you need to be residing in the United Kingdom because, of course, you need to be there in case anything happens to the king, or you need to be called upon immediately. This is why you need to be there. And there is this thing that says, because I'm doing my video about it again. I've done a video about this before, but I'm doing it again now because apparently people forget about it. It says here, the Regency Act modified, it has been modified so that counselors of state who were absent during the sovereign's absence would not be listed among the appointments of counselor of state. So basically, Harry should not even be announced or appointed a counselor of state because he's absent from the United Kingdom. And yet they're still listing him. And all of this you can find out because these are the Regency Acts. And yet people are still calling Harry a counselor of state in spite of the fact that he's not in the United Kingdom. And you have the laws here. So why in the royal website are they still appointing Harry as counselor of state when the laws, the Regency Act says that he can't be called counselor of state because he's not in the country. He can be a regent because he's domiciled in the UK. So if anything happens to Charles and William, the next in line over the 21 years of age will be the regent of, the next in line to the throne. Okay. And again, it has nothing to do with citizenship. Do you know that Harry can change his citizenship? He can become a U.S. citizen, but still be considered domiciled in the United Kingdom because his father at the time of birth was domiciled there. That's his domicile of origin. And he would still need through a court process and His Majesty's royal court. So he can be officially declared not to be domiciled in the United Kingdom. So just a little food for thought. And in regards to the HRH, Harry, when they say that Harry and Meghan have lost their HRH status, we all know that's bullshit. They still have it. You know what when they said that they can't use it because they're not working royals? Well, Beatrice and Prince and Eugenie do use the HRH style, and they're not working royals. They're not even listed on the royal website. And yet they're referred to as HRH. So for those of you who were jumping up and down doing your little dance that, that they removed the HRH, His Royal Highness, a couple of sentences from the royal website, Harry and Meghan are still entitled to use the HRH status. Okay? They are still allowed, just like Eugenie and Beatrice, who are also not working royals. And in the case of Beatrice and Eugenie, it's worse because they're not even listed in the royal website. Okay? So that's food for thought. My video is going to be about that and what Harry's doing with Invictus games. I'm doing a video tomorrow. I'm not today because I'm doing this here. So you know, and you know that the UK and the US have a UK tax treaty. Harry is using the UK tax treaty because even though he's residing in the United States, he's not paying taxes in the United States because of the UK-US tax treaty, okay, where he can't be doubly taxed. That means that if he's paying taxes in the United Kingdom, he can't be taxed in the United States. Now, be prepared to be blown away. The fact that Harry officially has his HRH style basically exonerates him from paying taxes. Anybody with HRH styled HRH are exempt from paying, they can pay voluntary taxes. They can. And any of you who come here and tell me, no. My live, I think it's for the members live is there. I have the members live. I think it's at 2:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing Central Standard Time or 3 p.m. or something like that. You can check it there. So Harry right now, Harry can declare, I want to pay $700 as taxes in the United Kingdom because he's HRH. He's not obligated to pay taxes. People styled HRH pay voluntary taxes. Okay? So Harry officially has his HRH title, just like Beatrice and Eugenie, who are not working royals as well. So that BS about Harry not using it because he's not a working royal, we know that those are lies. Okay? Beatrice and Eugenie should not be princesses. The thing is that Prince Charles is basically allowing his son, by keeping him in the royal website, he is allowing him to remain domiciled there. Because Harry, as we know, is not going to give up his royal titles voluntarily. The king would have to take him away. And no, Parliament has nothing to do with royal titles. It's up to the monarch to make Harry Henry Mountbatten Windsor. Okay? So while Harry's still HRH, he enjoys the benefits of taxation exemption in the United Kingdom. He can only pay voluntary taxes, and then he can claim in the United States, I pay my taxes in the UK, and we have a treaty, and therefore I don't have to pay taxes in the United States. Not Harry. Meghan, yes, but not Harry. Okay? No, guys, as long as Harry is paying taxes in the UK or anything in the UK, because there is a UK-US tax treaty where he can't be doubly taxed, he doesn't have to pay 1 cent to the United States in taxes. Okay? And now let's go back to Britney Spears because I'm absolutely pissed about this. Those two boys, there's a saying in Spanish, cría cuervos y te sacan los ojos. Raise vultures and they will poke out your eyes or eat out of your corpse, because those two boys, shameful. They were, remember that when they were recording Britney Spears because she was disciplining them, telling them you can't walk into an ice cream parlor bare feet and dirty because people are not going to like it. Kelly Evan, who pays taxes voluntarily? All royals who are styled HRH. All the working royals and the ones that are styled HRH pay voluntary taxes. Okay? But let's go back to Britney Spears because I'm really angry about this. Those two boys recording Britney Spears, and when she went into the bed, remember when she said, you got to respect me? Goddamn right, you got to respect her. She's your mom. Clearly, and they're only, and allegedly they were, with their father doing weed, smoking weed and stuff like that. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. Those two boys, they're over 18. No, you know why I think they did it? Because they were becoming of age, and according to U.S. law, custody law, she doesn't have to pay anything over the 18 years of age. So Kevin Federline was losing his golden goose who was supporting his lifestyle. Okay. So this is why he deployed those two boys who have absolutely zero conscience. My heart goes out to Britney. I am Team Britney 100%. Jacqueline, you guys, listen, Paula's right about the taxes. Fucking hell. I swear to God, I get angry with you guys sometimes, with some people, not you guys. UK, US tax treaty. I will have to leave the link and you can go. You know what? I'm going to go into the live right now and I'm going to leave a link here so you can see. I'm going to leave it in the link and the live. I'm going to go into my own live and I'm going to leave you the link there so you can look at it. There, I left the link. Go look at the UK US after the live at the UK US tax treaty. And you will see that UK citizens living abroad, if they're paying taxes in the United Kingdom, they don't pay taxes in the United States. That's part of the treaty. Okay. Now let's go Google it and also go check out that royals pay voluntary taxes. The ones that are styled HRH, Sarah Tindall and Peter Phillips, they pay their taxes because they don't have any royal titles. In spite of the fact that they're in the line of succession, but they don't pay any tax. They pay taxes because they don't have HRH style and they don't have any titles, in spite of the fact they're in the line of succession and they're related to the royal family. Okay, I am Team Britney. Those two boys, those two boys are disgusting because they wanted their mother to keep funding their lifestyle. Kevin Federline should have been able to have a nice nest egg from all the money that Britney was giving him. God knows how much money he was getting from her father when they had her on that ungodly conservatorship. And now the husband, soon to be ex-husband, coming, you know what? I don't think people will put out those news like that. Or do you think that would be because it's all over the place? And this man would have come out denying that. That's one thing that this guy, let me see, Britney's husband, Britney Spears, husband extortion. We have ABC News. Britney Spears' husband files for divorce, source tells AP. I wonder how much he's getting for 1 year, because I think he got a certain amount per year. It says he wants to split. Sam seen with Adan. They separate. He's asking to renegotiate the terms of the prenuptial agreement, or he would expose embarrassing information about her. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I watched Kinsey Schofield. She did a live yesterday. She did an amazing rant. That's disgusting. I haven't heard this man come out and deny those things, because those are serious things. Martha Cardiel, K-Fed raised the boys to be disrespectful to women, no respect for compassion for their mother. Yeah, remember when Britney's telling the boys, you got to respect me, because they were being mouthy to her and nasty. But can you imagine Britney Spears not knowing that her own kids were filming her and that they were going to release that just because they were angry with her because they're spoiled brats? Mia Media Mogul. I think Sam was her handler, not her real hubby. Can you imagine being Britney Spears, not knowing who to trust? The betrayal. I I I mean, I am surprised this woman is, to me, she's sane. To me, she may have some mental health issues, but I think they've been exacerbated by her treatment, by of the press, by her treatment of the, she wasn't paranoid when she was saying that she was being spied on. Now we know that for a fact, that her father had hidden cameras in her room. We know that she wasn't being paranoid. It's disgusting. I am sorry, but it's disgusting, everything that's happened to this woman. I am sure that this man married Brittany thinking already of the divorce and thinking how and when he was going to divorce her, and recording her with a lot of stuff that she was doing. Mercy Cat, thanks for the super chat. Brittany's kids were taught by example of her family to disrespect her their entire lives. She's just a gravy train to these ungrateful vultures. Yes. And her sister, ugh, Jamie Lynn. That is disgusting. Why wasn't her father charged? Because that's actually deep invasion of privacy. No matter what that conservatorship says, she was entitled to some privacy. This woman was heavily medicated, probably medication that she didn't need, which messed up her own mind. These are just my thoughts and opinions. But how can society, and this is why I don't understand, how can we sit here comfortably and allow all these things to happen? Because now what happened to Britney Spears is very public. This woman has been stripped of any decency, of any, this woman has been dehumanized. She has been made a ridicule figure. That's pretty awful. That's pretty awful. So, yeah, Jacqueline, you said the whole family used her. Disgusting. Absolutely. That Jamie Lynn chick who actually turned out to be a bully when she was on that show, she has no talent. All of the family, the mother, the father, the sister, her sons, you know that, and I don't understand why Las Vegas was not sued. Because if Britney Spears was indeed declared incompetent, why would they hire a woman who was legally incompetent, mentally incompetent, to then look after herself? And doing Las Vegas thing, that's very grueling. So why hasn't anybody gone after Las Vegas who employed Britney, a woman declared mentally incompetent who needed a conservatorship? That was exploitation to the highest order. So it's incredible. It's incredible. It's sad. It's incredible. See, guitarist says Britney never had an opportunity to become a normal person. She was a child star. Don't forget, she didn't get to go out, figure her talent out, build up her career. It was all done underhandedly, and she was managed and manipulated. And Justin Timberlake is a weasel. I'm sorry, he's a weasel. But think about it. If somebody is declared by the courts as mentally incompetent, then this person should not be hired, because then you're exploiting somebody who's mentally incompetent, who has a mental illness to the point that they have no rights. Linda Glass, you agree about Justin Timberlake? Yes. And thank you very much for clicking the like, beautiful people. Thanks. There's 332 watching. I'm not going to bore you. Thanks for the super chats. Please like my channel, subscribe, help my channel grow. I was hoping to get to 100,000 before November 16th, which is my birthday. And I will see you tomorrow for the Friday's live headlines. And I will see you for this Saturday's members. And I'm dropping a video tomorrow. Please go watch my videos. Do share them. Get people to come to my channel. And yes, food for thought. So thank you very much for all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to go now, but thank you for watching. Thanks for all. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks. Become a member to join the fun so you can call into on Saturday during the live, members live, which is a lot of fun. And I'll see you later, beautiful people, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.